bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Oh, that's your bitch. What rush she on me? I made her work my second work the top and fuck the homies.
What's up, bitch? You the cut up, bitch. Fuck some, bitch. Suck some, bitch. Look out, bitch.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. She's my bitch.
What a crazy bitch.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way.
Hi, my name is Gloria Leomade. Today we're going to go out and see how people feel about the word bitch and how they use the word and how that ties in with hip-hop culture today. So, hopefully we get good results. Yeah. Describe a bitch for me.
A bitch? A bitch is a female dog.
A bitch, someone who's two-faced and just stabs you in the back.
A bitch, basically an unclassy woman, I guess.
Pretty much someone who just ticks me off.
I guess any female, that's what a person would call a bitch, but technically it's a female dog.
Right.
Someone with a nasty attitude. That's about it. That's really the only time I ever use the word.
Somebody nobody likes, you know, or you're like, oh damn, that's a bad bitch, you know, like a fine bride, you know what I mean?
Someone who's not a slut. So any other girl who's not a slut.
Sassy and confident.
Is rude and inconsiderate and mean.
Do you think this word affects you at all?
I hate that word actually. I try not to use it and I hate when people like refer to me as a bitch.
And do you think this word affects you at all? No, it doesn't.
When referring to females?
I mean, anytime, whenever you use the word. No.
I compare it to guys using the word, the N-word, like nigga or whatever. Girls kind of use bitch that way.
It don't affect me personally, but I don't like males call females.
I guess it's thrown around there, you know, like if someone calls me a bitch, like yeah, it's offensive, and I don't really like to hear it because I don't consider myself to be like that.
Does this word affect you at all?
Not really.
Do you think this word affects you at all?
No, not really, unless it's kind of being like pointed towards me. I don't really care.
Okay.
I mean, it's just another word. It's just like tree or floor. Like I could really care less about the word.
I don't really want to be called a bitch.
Does this word affect you at all?
Yeah. When it's used incorrectly, I mean, no
Right.
one wants to be called a female dog.
Right.
Yeah, like it affects me personally, but I can see how in other situations some people aren't affected by it. It's just like been very, like, I feel like everyone's been very desensitized by it.
So would you say that you use it in your everyday language when you're talking to your friends or you're discussing?
Yeah, I do. Like if I was talking to one of my boys or something, we were like joking around.
So would you say that in your everyday language, talking to your guy friends or talking to whoever, is this word incorporated in your language?
Not every sentence, but it is incorporated.
Would you say you know, interacting on a day-to-day basis, is this word used in your everyday language?
Yeah.
Do you use the word in your everyday language?
Yeah. I have to admit.
So would you say that in your everyday encounter with people, is the word used in your everyday language?
Yeah.
It is? So
Yeah,
what are you normally referring to?
I think I'm offended by it. It depends on the person though. I feel like I should probably like clarify that. Even with my closest friends, it's still like a little like tense to use so. But that's probably like the only, or if we're talking about another subject matter that doesn't actually qualify as someone else.
Is this incorporated in your everyday language, like when you're talking with your girls or you're talking with your guy friends?
Not everyday language, but I mean, I'm not afraid to say it. So.
When you use it, what are you referring to?
Nothing really, just I guess the fact of just cussing in general. I don't know.
All right. When you use it, what are you referring to normally?
Most of the time I'm talking to one of my friend girls or friends and I'll be joking like, bitch, what are you doing? Or something like that.
Do you only use it to refer to something negative or you use it just like casual, like you said?
Primarily, like when I'm talking about something negative, but I mean, I have used it casually.
Okay. Would you say that this word is incorporating your everyday language when you're associating with your friends? So, what do you use it to refer to then?
I would usually call like one of my homeboys like a bitch, saying they acting like a female.
Okay. Do you think in your everyday language, I know you said you don't like the word, but in your everyday encounter with different people, do you use the word at all? No. No. Do you incorporate this word into your everyday language when you're talking with your friends?
Sometimes. I catch myself doing it, and you know, it's funny. I don't really think about it. We say it every now and then, but I don't really like it.
So do you think that hip hop influences this word today?
I think it does, but that's only because we allow it to. Like, nothing in hip hop like succeeds unless the people let it succeed.
If you're familiar with hip hop music, do you think it influences, or how do you think it influences the word?
I think definitely it's changed the meaning of the word from just being a derogative term to more females are more like susceptible to it now. I guess just because like the people they idolize. But other than that, I mean, it is used a lot.
Listening to hip hop, do you think hip hop influences the word, and how does it influence the word?
Of course, hip hop influences the word because it's in like every song.
Do you think the hip hop world, the hip hop society, hip hop music influences the use of the word, or how does it influence the use of the word?
It definitely made me feel more comfortable in using it.
So do you think hip hop influences the use of the word, or how does it influence it?
Absolutely. I think it's more widely accepted as it's gone from being like an accepted derogatory term that shouldn't be used as it shouldn't be so okay to call somebody a bitch, or to refer to, like, the word woman is replaced with the word bitch.
So listening to hip hop and knowing, you know, different hip hop artists or hip hop music, do you think that the hip hop society influences the use of the word, or how does it influence?
Oh yeah, it's bitching like every song that you hear is like, oh, you I fucked a bitch last night. Some cheesy, I don't know.
So do you think, listening to hip hop, do you think that this word is influenced, or do you think that the word is, I guess, amped up by hip hop?
Yes.
How so?
Like a lot of rappers, like it's all over hip hop.
Okay.
Hip hop uses the word often, so I guess if I hear it often enough, I'm gonna think that hip hop is the reason I'm saying that.
Do you think that hip hop influences this word a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe not necessarily hip hop music, but I think culture as a whole. Like if other people hear like someone refer to them like as a bitch in like a negative way, then you know like you feed off of that. And the same goes for like music casually. You know, people are more apt to do something if they know that other people do it.
Right.
So.
Considering I don't really listen to a whole lot of hip hop, I'm more of a country fan, but it probably does influence it, because if you hear it repeatedly, then it will probably influence your language and how you interact with people.
Okay. Do you think the word should be used? Why or why not?
As long as, I don't know, I guess if it's not offending the person that it's being called, it doesn't really matter to me.
Do you think the word should be used? Why or why not?
It's not necessary, but if people feel it's something they want to put in lyrics or songs, that's on them, I guess.
In conclusion, do you think that the word should be used? Why or why not?
Better said, more like now that it's already used, there's no turning back. I feel like it's not like you can like actually like put a wall against it, because then it like uprise more people as to using it. But more so as like, it would be nice if there were other words to classify guys, you know, like I hate the fact that there's so many words out there that, you know, like you can negatively say to women, but there's not enough that, you know, amounts to guys.
If you could think of another word that can replace bitch in the caliber of the word, what would you say?
I have no idea. It's not really one, but like the closest I'll say is like cunt, maybe.
Okay. Should the word be used? Why or why not?
I mean, it should be used because it's just people, their speech, so you can't stop them from saying what they want to say.
Right. Should the word be used, or why or why not?
Right, I don't have a problem with it being used. I think it's just with, as long as, I mean, you wouldn't want a 5-year-old to use it, but like as long as it's used correctly, I think it's fine.
In conclusion, do you think that this word should be used? Why or why not?
I think if the person deserves the word, then it should be used.
Okay.
I don't necessarily think it should be used, but there's nothing that any of us is going to do to